Good evening, hopefully you can all hear me. It does say that my stream isn't quite up yet, so we're just going to hope for the best and go with this one. Just give me a second, hopefully this is live. Come along, technology. There we go. Right. There we go. Right, we are live, and welcome along to Captain Colossus Racing. But tonight we're going to be focusing on this guy right here and his YouTube channel, TJC Gaming. This is the on GT7, live on GT7 here. This is the start, the inaugural round of TJC's Formula One World Championship. Multiple rounds, 66 laps, and today under the beautiful sunshine of Circuit de Catalunya. So this should be an interesting thing for us to do. We just have to sit here and watch and keep tabs on these guys. There's no stress, no pressure from my end. So hopefully we should be able to give a good overview of what's going on. And to help me along with that, I've got somebody in the background, but we're going to give him 5 minutes until we bring him in. But it is a good friend of the CCR group, Mr. Andy Pine, but he'll be in a minute when he's ready. But at the moment, here we are on, the camera is on. Easy Beastman's in here already, good stuff. I hope you guys are cool out there. We certainly are, man. We're just going to tie one on, chill out and watch these guys send it fully around this circuit tonight. But we're in practice at the moment. Qualifying is yet to be thrown down, but at the moment we're looking at TJC himself in this beautiful Williams Renault 94. FW16 piloted by YouTube, TJC Gaming, and Yep as well. So Yep, his teammate, he's getting his starts. Look, he doesn't want that to happen at the start, does he? That's not what he would want. As TJ's practicing this this start routine here, as he's smoked up the tyres there, he's starting to wonder what setting was that. That was not the one. That was not the one. He's going to try again. Let's just keep it focused on him here. But yeah, the last car Ayrton Senna ever drove, this car here, as everybody knows, obviously the very sad passing of Ayrton Senna. So being shown here, was being shown here, beautifully by TJC himself. And we'll just go back, actually we'll go back on to Danny C here. We're going to have a quick look at the group here. There's a little bit of ghosting. Danny, I believe the light ghosting is on, so this is why when they're stationary they do appear this way. But there is Danny C. His Vodafone McLaren, I believe that to be the 2012, the MP4 27, everybody. So this is a beautiful machine here, piloted by Shadow, CCR Shadow GT, and CCR Danny C. Hello, TJ. You shouldn't be in here, my friend. You should be in the car practicing them starts, I would suggest. God, dear, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens at the start here, because judging by that and knowing how much time he put into it to sort of spin it off a start like that, that's going to be very interesting. But there we go, Danny C in his Vodafone McLaren. This was the Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button machine from 2012. Came third in the constructors that year. Same year, Sebastian Vettel picking up his third championship back-to-back. So that was the era, I remember it well, very well indeed. It was actually Schumacher's last season in Formula One as well, this same year. So this was the livery run by the McLaren team, so good luck, Danny C. Here we've got a fictional livery. This is Ferrari Team AF Corsa, piloted by Iwan. So he's out there at the moment looking very Corsa-ish in the yellow and red. Oh dearie me, sliding around a little bit and finding the wall. That would have been, that would have been a full yellow, double yellows at least. He's still on the grass there. So that is a Ferrari Team AF Corsa for you. We've got Tyler Mann in the Mercedes F1 24. So this is the modern Formula One livery. These are, of course, bolted onto the SF19s or the SF23 car, depending on what they've chosen for the season. They're then stuck to that particular chassis, so bear that in mind. But Tyler Mann out there in this beautiful looking Mercedes, and his teammate tonight is AMS Enzo. So we've got a Canadian and American pairing here. Good evening, Shadow. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. We've just been looking at your teammate out there in that wicked-looking livery. So yeah, hopefully you have a good race here, man. We'll try and do the best we can with the commentary. And here we have Hippie Heed. Now I was educated about this. Hippie Heed. That's Hippie Head, but it's a Scottish way of saying it. Oh yes, TJ. Oh yes. We can look at the cars all we want when we're looking at qualifying, but you send it whenever you're ready, my brother. So there's Hippie Heed. He's in the Red Bull this evening. He's in the Red Bull. He's got Drew for his teammate, so a Scottish pairing there. I know that's the British flag, but I do believe that was a Scotsman. So 3 out on track at the moment. Let's just check, see if this, yes it does, the keyboard works. Let's look at Shadow. There is Shadow GT in the sister car to Danny C. Danny C's teammate. Beautiful, looking very smooth actually. Shadow, one of the smoothest out there as far as the game goes at the moment. Looking beautiful. Chrome is quite off-putting when you're in a race situation and the sun's beaming down. Here we go. Right, do we have my sidekick with me? Handy Pint, are you there? Are you ready?
I'm here, sir. I was just doing some final checks in the commentary box there before. Yeah.
Fantastic. Your paperwork's all in order. You got everything ready. That's awesome stuff, mate.
I'm good to go.
Welcome along, and thank you so much, mate, for being here and helping me out with this one. It's going to be a long race. Yeah. He's a bit of a hero of mine, TJ. He's helped me out quite a lot on my channel, and to sort of like try and give back a little bit. We wanted to do this, you know, and hopefully this is something that the people will want to watch back. As I'm on track here, I've actually entered. I want to do that. I've entered. I must remember to not take part in the actual race. Right. Okay. So we will keep off the details for the actual. The settings. We don't want you to see what they're running tyre and fuel wise. So, and we don't really want to know either, Handy Pint. We want to sort of be left guessing. Then we want to see what these guys have got to do. But I mean, they've basically got to run the soft and the medium tyres at some point in this race, both mandatory. And I think there's going to be some refueling in this as well. You're not going to be able to go the race distance. But looking at these names, there's some fast drivers in here, isn't there?
There is, yeah. There's some strong people out there. Enzos, Shadows. Yep is exceptionally quick in these cars. So yeah. It's going to be interesting, but the little bit of practice they've been doing that I have been watching, there has been many deaths. So it's going to be interesting. There seems to be a lot of people spinning out under power.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It's a challenging.
It's a long old race.
It's a long old race, and it's a challenging scenario in this game at the moment. But these guys are going to do the best they can. We'll do the best we can on comms. But yeah, a very challenging environment out there. There's a lot of drivers out there that are quick, and it can go either way. But we're just looking right now. We're looking at a really, really special car. I think for the whole motorsport world, this is one of my favourite machines of all time. This is Nick. We call him Quick Nick, but DTR M3 guy here on your screen in the Red 5, the Dirt Devil Mansell 93 Lola IndyCar. This is the Newman Haas Racing Lola team. He's the only driver in this one. It's a shame. I'd love to see another one of these out there, but this is one of the most iconic, I think, liveries and just driver pairings of all time. Winning back-to-back Formula 1 and IndyCar championships in 92, 93. And my dad's got a picture of this on the wall. This is just nostalgia level through the roof. Have you seen this car here?
I have. I'm watching it right now. Yeah,
absolutely
I'm looking at it right now. It is nice, yes.
Yeah, I followed that championship that year as well, pretty intensely because he moved over. This car actually sold recently for Sotheby's for $995,000.
Wow.
I would have thought it would have gone for more, given it's. Do you know what I mean? It surprised me.
So looking at the times now, we've got qualifying underway now, Captain.
Yep.
And looking at it at the minute, Shadow is currently on pole with a 118.9, closely followed by TJC, who has done a 119.6, followed by Danny C in third, who is currently 6/10 behind TJ. But Yep has just jumped into pole spot there with a 117.8.
He has indeed. He's
going to be a hard man to beat. He's going to be a hard man.
Well, he's got the Senna helmet on as well, and this, for a lot of people out there, is going to be really, really, really nostalgic, for want of a better word. This is awesome. This is awesome, and to see that time as well. He's going even quicker now. He's nearly 3/10 up on that time as well. I know he did a 1:17 in practice, so look at that. He's using so much of that curb on entry and using all on exit as well. He's just going through turn 6 now into Worth. Tough corner. These cars sort of move
I'm just
about
waiting
a little
to
bit.
see. No,
He's got
AMSN,
traffic
so
on this lap. No, he's got traffic as yep, so he can't go, and he's just gone back to the pits as well. Shadow
So
GT
I think the next
there, 1
man
second
to
behind.
watch is going to be AMSN, who's just started his 3rd lap here, so this will be interesting to see what he can throw down, because he was the quickest in practice.
Well, let's just have a little look then.
And he's 3/10 purple currently.
He is indeed. In the Mercedes team there, the 24 livery Mercedes team has a slight lock up on the front left as he turns into turn 5. Keeps it nice and clean now. Look at the curb. He's not using as much curb there as Yep did, so he's kept it clean, kept his tyres clean at least.
It's interesting to see. We're going to be coming up to a split time any second now, I would have thought. Well, nearly 4/10.
Here he goes. Now. He's still in the pocket, isn't he? He's feeling good. I'll just go. Sorry about the old cameras here. You can't go on board with these things, boo. At least I can't. Coming is the final corner now. Here we go across the line. We're expecting good things here from Enzo.
Wow,
he does.
7/10 faster.
No, that's a marker. That's nearly a 16.
Back out again. Instantly went back to the pits and he's straight back out with fresh tyres.
So fresh tyres and boost as well, I should imagine. So it is it's Mercedes on pole at the moment as he exits the pits, as Pine just said, and Yep in P2. A second down as well as Shadow GT as well. He's he's over 1.5 seconds, 1.7 down on the leader is Shadow, so he's going to want to try and find some more time. His liveries are awesome. TJ in 4th place. I think he should be happy with that in this grid. That's a good position to be in, as well as the race as well. So he's got to hope that he doesn't get pipped there, but he'll be pushing, I'm sure. He's done a 19.6 last lap with a 1:21, so that looks like he's been in the pits or something. But just a slight a bit of trouble out there. But he's got company in one of the Mercedes right behind him. But he's got the circuit here. Just going to follow with TJ and see how he's navigating this Le Kaiser. Tight left-hander, hard on the power there. Try not to get too much wheel spin. That Mercedes is looking really quick.
Yeah, I'm on board with Danny C currently, just waiting to see what his current split is. Currently sitting in 5th. Okay, he's currently down on his previous time a little bit.
Sorry mate, yeah, TJ moving up to 3rd place there with a 1:18.7, so he'll be happy with that. 3rd place for the main man over at TJC Gaming tonight with his point of view. So go over there and go and support him as he goes through the race. He won't have his chat open, but go and follow him as he navigates. This is going to be one of the toughest races for a while.
Slight improvement for Danny C, but still, there's a big margin between Danny in 5th and the lead. 2.6 seconds. It's massive.
That's massive, isn't it? Yeah. Obviously, these setups were completely available for all these drivers. They can tune it to their heart's content. Well, not tune it, set it up to their heart's content. Danny there, finding the limits. Wow, he really is pushing out there. Is Danny C going through turn 3 there, fully committed. But yeah, all these setups, so they could have just better knowledge, or they could have found a better setup at some point. But it will go through the season. They'll be able to develop these cars as they go through it. They won't be stuck with the setup at all, so they can improve it from this round, just like the real season would be. And a little bit more immersion for them. So maybe the setup really playing into the hands of these top ones. But you never know. They could be more aggressive on the tyres, and it could all play out in the race point. You never know.
That's it. You don't know what setups they're running, so yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like you said, as the season moves on, you never know. People will pick up things with setups and stuff like that will aid them as they go through it.
Going back to quick Nick right here is going to be hard to keep the camera away from this car, I think, to be honest with you. But he's out there on his own at the moment, trying to set a lap, not set very many. He's just come out of the pits. I think this is his first flying lap. We'll leave him to it. There's quite a few guys here that are on in the pits at the moment. But we're going to go back to AMS Enzo. It looks like he's warming his tyres up at the moment, so he's not on a fast one. Yep, however, looks like he very much is. So, yep, out there, he's 2 tenths
Shadow
down.
jumps into 3rd place.
Excellent job.
With a 118.3.
So the CCR boys looking good here, 3rd and 5th at the moment. If you, what's the feeling? Do you think from the CCR camp here? This is something that's not usually run with us, is it? So these guys
it isn't, but yeah, if I'm honest, I thought Danny C would be really strong because he's a big F1 buff.
He is.
I don't know. I just thought I expected. I mean, I'm still expecting good things from Danny. It's all going to be the strategy, but
oh yeah. He's a Sunday man, isn't he? He knows what he's doing. Puts it to good effect in the race itself.
That's it. And I think strategy is going to be key. Like I said, you're looking at AMS Enzo and Yep here are currently a second quicker than Shadow in 3rd.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, it's a big margin. It's a big
if
margin,
they can keep that pace up in the race, though. That's the thing.
That's
you
it.
know, they've got this aggressive setup. It could chew the tyres up, you know. But we'll have to find that out when the race happens. But a couple of people in the chat haven't had their shout-outs yet. That is DTR Cars. Good evening, my friend, or afternoon, really. I've been saying evening. It is the afternoon. Hello, mate. And Elmo as well has made the chat. Pine, our hero,
the legend himself.
It was actually you that introduced me to his page, wasn't it? All those.
I believe so. Yes,
ago.
all these years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So good evening, Elmo. Good afternoon, mate. Hope your time on. And yeah, all set for a bank holiday special here. Whoa, Mansell's off. Quick Nick went straight into the gravel and then straight back into the pits. We've got a few minutes remaining on this qualifying. But at the moment we've got AMS Enzo, which is Jay Dillon on your screen for me, because I haven't changed the names to PSN names, I believe it's on the nicknames. And yep, P2 with Shadow GT representing us here at CCR really well in P3. And the main man, it's got to be said, that is very impressive for a P4 at the moment. In the Nigel Mansell helmet and suit there, but in the that would be the Damon Hill car, I think. I could be wrong, but he was paired with Senna that year. But in 4th place, they're 2 seconds down the road. Yeah, these guys can lose a lot of time on the start, so they can chase all these milliseconds all they want, but unless they get off the start well, you know what I mean? It could be over before it's even started for some of these guys. Spinning as well. We just saw TJ at the start there trying to do a warm-up start.
It's going to be difficult with these cars. They're very twitchy and only takes a slight bit too much power entering or coming out of a corner.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's death.
Yep, on a fast one, but he's 2 tenths down on this attempt. He's just running through here, turn 11 now, coming into the, I can't say that name, but it's turn 12.
So AMS Enzo has got some ridiculous pace here. He's into the 116.7s now.
Wow, so we've seen the 16s. AMS Enzo is very much looking like he wants to just drive off into. He's actually down on this one. Handy point, mate. Wow. This is a huge lock up there. The front left locking up, entering turn 5, and he's dropped it.
That's all it takes.
He's dropped it.
That's all it takes.
Wow. Okay, so Enzo there dropping it in spectacular fashion here. What happens here? He just maybe gets on the power a bit too much, gets on that green stuff, and he's gone. That's all she wrote. So Enzo thinks he's got enough time for another lap. Look, 2 minutes on the clock, so he probably has. He's got to get round quick though. He's against the clock. Yep, however, 5 tenths down on him is very much on a fast one. This livery just looks just ridiculous. I love it so much. It's so nostalgic. With the helmet combo as well, you just can't beat it. It's a shame we've got a little bit of lag here as well, but we're looking through that. We're veterans of the sport, of the game, aren't we, mate? So we're kind of looking through that.
Well, veterans in the GR3 cars, but certainly.
Oh, not in the SFs. No,
not.
of course not. No. But in the Gran Turismo 7 world at the moment.
Yes.
Right, so let's just take a look now. Yep is on a fast lap here. Does he have any traffic? He's got a couple of cars ahead of him, but they're far enough away at the moment, I think. He's got a couple of corners to go. He'll be looking to improve on this. He doesn't want to be 5/10ths down. I know, you know, this guy is not a slouch in any regard whatsoever. And it's always good
wanting
safe
to
money.
get a lot of speed coming out this last corner now. He's on an out lap, isn't he? So this will be.
So he's on his
Let's
out lap.
see what
Well
he can
done.
do.
I was hyping him up for a lap there, but no, he's coming on to a fast lap. Well done, mate. Good evening, good afternoon to all the 6 watching. Thank you very, very, very much. This is obviously, you know, of course, I'm streaming somebody else's race here. TJC Gaming is throwing this on over on TJC Gaming on YouTube, and you can go over there, watch his point of view. He's in the pits now in P5, so he's lost a position there. Danny C moving up to P3, displacing. Whoa, we got E1 going off there. He's gone off at Repsol. That's turn 4, under power, I assume. In P6, pushing for the ultimate pace, but I don't think he's going to have time now. That is it. Good Hippie Heed's in. Good afternoon, mate. Hello, Captain. Hi, Chatto, and Hooli at the same time. All the boys are in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the coverage from both ends here, from TJ and myself. And welcome along, welcome along, welcome along. As you can see, there's a touch of glitch here. Got a touch of glitching, but it is what it is.
It'll be interesting to see where Yep is. He was slightly up.
Right, so Yep running a bit quicker. Thank you, Handy Point. As he navigates the last corner.
Here, is he going to be in the 116?
He goes quicker, but he's just, yeah, he's still. That is it. That is your result, mate. That is it. Let's have a look at it. So, for the opening round of TJC's Formula 1 World Championship here at Circuit de Catalunya, we have the Canadian, who needs no introduction. It is AMS Enzo J. Dillon on pole position here with a 116.6 from the rest, which is incredible. Shadow says 1.7 off Enzo. Jesus, our own Max Verstappen in the room. Well, it's a long race, Shadow. 66 laps is no joke, so he's got to hold it together. Like we were talking about earlier on, depends on the setup that these guys are running, how aggressive it is, etc. It depends on the race. The race will pan out for them as it does, but we'll see. So on pole, there we go. We've got AMS Enzo. We've got Yep in P2, just behind in the Williams Renault. We've got Danny C in his Vodafone McLaren, along with his teammate Shadow GT. So P3 and P4 for CCR, which is awesome, and for Team Vodafone McLaren. We got the man himself, the main man at YouTube. It says here TJC Gaming, the dude, the man. He's in P5 in the sister car to Yep in P2. So they're representing each other very, very well in the Williams Renault. We've got E1 in his Ferrari Team AF Corsa, putting in a good result there. In P6, we've got DTR M3 guy. That's Quick Nick in the Red Devil number 5, Nigel Mansell 93 Lola. In P7, we've got Drewbit there. I keep calling him Drewbit. It's not Drewbit. I will just call him Drew in the Red Bull for P8. Moving on, we've got Hippie Heed in the sister Red Bull, lining up line astern with his teammate in P9. And we've got Francis in the chat. Handy Point, your best friend, asking about AMS Enzo. Tyler there in P10. Tyler in the Mercedes Formula 1 24. He's in P10. So there's a big difference between the McLaren, the Mercedes teammates there. We got Lost, who is in the BMW M Motorsport team. That's another fictional one, and I'm actually in the race, so we've got to make sure we get out of this. All right, quick sticks. But yes, there we go. So Francis, it's your best mate. He's in the chat.
I'm going to have a nosy now, see what he's put. I'm watching I'm watching TJ stream as well.
Yeah, we've got fans in the room, but yeah, I've got to get out of this race. I'm in it, but I've got to get out. This is ridiculous. So we're going to miss the first bit of the race because I'm actually entered. It was a rookie mistake. So I'm going to exit as soon as it starts. Hello, babe. You all right? Yeah, all good. Look at me, like I'm at the back. Can I get out? Yes, I do. Right, let's get the start here. Come on.
We go.
Excellent. Off we go.
Start from AMS Enzo.
He's off the line.
Great start from Yep.
Yep.
They all seem to have kept formation there.
Danny C looking like he's going to try and go around the outside here. Shadow as well. There's TJ in P5, but it is still Enzo from Danny C, Shadow GT.
Doesn't seem to be any incidents yet.
No, we're all on track at the moment, so it seems. We're going to go back to P1 here. Enzo's going to look at pulling the plug. P2 following along nicely. At the moment, we heard from TJ in his stream.
Shadow GT has picked up a 2-second penalty.
Oh wow. Okay, so Shadow coming a cropper there. That is a big slap on the wrist. So hopefully we mark that right. We're going to try and see what happened to him in a bit when things calm down. TJ running in P5, so he's going well at the moment. There's a really wide moment there from E1 in the Ferrari Corsa team. Does he pick up a penalty? Yes, he does. 5/10 for E1. So Nick will like the look of that in the Red Devil machine. In P6, Tyler, the sister Mercedes, going well actually. Starting towards the back there in P10, I think he was. He's now in P6, so he's doing a good job there for Mercedes. That is Shadow GT. He served that penalty now. He's down in P7. He's gone off. He's into the gravel with Shadow.
Yeah, he's off.
He's in the gravel. He's having an absolute nightmare. Oh no, there's another one off in the background as well. But we'll go back to the front here. There is action at all round at the start there. The grid at the back is very much separated by a lot of air. There's a lot of fresh air for guys at the back. As AMS Enzo extends the lead to 1.5, he's going down a little bit, but he's extending his lead. We're only on lap 2 as well. Danny C just trying to hang on to the coattails here. He's lost the protection of his teammate.
Yeah, this is going to be... He needs to try and push a little bit here to close that gap, or else AMS Enzo is just going to run away with it.
Yeah. Obviously, we've not got any tyre info, we've not got anything like that, so we can't tell you guys what they're running, we can only speculate. There's a little bunching up going on in the midfield from 5th, 6th, 7th. We've got Tyler there in the Mercedes, we've got Nick in the Lola, and the Nigel Mansell Lola from 93. We've got Hippie Heat as well in the Red Bull, so they're hopefully going to put on a bit of a show for us here. His teammate in P9. Go back up to see what the gap like is up top. 1.8 now.
1.8 and then 2.4 from Danny.
Yeah,
Danny needs to push as well.
These two commanding the race at the moment. There is TJ in the background weaving around a bit, so suggesting he's struggling for heat. So some of these guys could have split the strategies. They could be, we could be looking at TJ here on the mediums and these guys up top on the softs. You don't know, but
that's it.
That does suggest to me that he's struggling.
His first load of pit stops, we're not going to know.
No, but it does suggest to me that he's struggling for heat in those tyres. He's going quicker than he has done, but he wouldn't weave like that unless he was struggling for heat and temperature.
I'm just looking at it now. Like I'm not going to say, but I can see what everyone's tyres are running. It seems like when these cars lock up or a little bit of sliding, these tyres go red instantly. They heat up immediately. Doesn't take a lot to heat these tyres up.
No, so that's obviously going to affect them in the following corners, so there's a lot to be... Oh look, Shadow, I tell you what, Shadow's really pushing out there. He's looking like he's sort of, I don't know, he's struggling with this car on exits in particular. He's running very wide, so he's just got to attack this track, but minus 10%. This is a long game, isn't it? 66 laps. Even though it goes quickly per lap, it's still a long time. So Shadow's in P6, a good position, but yeah, that's we've seen him now in trouble a few times, so he's going to hope for a bit more consistency here. He's got Tyler up front. He should still have a little bit of slipstream. Here's Drew in the Red Bull down in P7. He's got Quick Nick for company just behind there.
AMS Enzo is just pulling more time. 2.7 seconds now.
Wow. Yeah, he's absolutely gone. So Enzo looking to do the absolute business here today at Catalunya, but he's he could be on soft tyres there by the looks of the banding. Does the banding tell you what they're on? Because some of these guys are on the green banding. Is it just the livery or something?
No, it's just the livery.
Yeah,
some of them, if you look at Danny C's tyres, awesome. He has no banding on them at all.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool. So it does look like, ladies and gentlemen, he's on the softs, but that might not be the case. But he's definitely on the ultimate push. So that's AMS Enzo, P1 from Yep, who's doing a great job.
There doesn't seem to, like, he is keeping with him yet.
Yeah, he's just stagnated
It's just
at around the
these
2.5 second mark.
These two just seem to be a lot faster than the rest of the field. It was 2.5 seconds from Danny, so he's opened that up now, Yep, to 4.5 seconds nearly.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. We're not sure how many pit stops they're looking at. They're definitely going to make a pit stop, and they're definitely going to need fuel, but it could be a 2-stop.
I think I think it'll be a 2-stop. It'll definitely be a 2-stop on the tyres, but maybe possibly, you only have to fuel up once, I believe.
Yeah, I think
fuel doesn't seem to be massive.
Yeah. So we're looking at TJ now. He's worked his way up into P4, so that's a good place to be.
And he's closing on Danny. Yeah. So this could be a nice battle here we'll see unfold here.
I know he's worked really hard on his setup, so that could be key here for TJ. A good race pace.
Shadow is on the push as well, though. He's closing in on Tyler.
He's the man himself. Quadrant coloured. He's a big McLaren fan, is Shadow GT, so it's no wonder he chose this team. Clips the grass there on entry to
Drew
T7.
and DTR M3 guy are having a close race as well. There isn't a great deal of time between them, so we could see something unfold between these two.
Yeah, well, I think the pit stops are going to throw up the main action in this one. There's going to be quite a lot of action incoming, I should expect. Not a circuit that we see rain on, unfortunately, in this, because that would have certainly spiced things up, but this isn't available to us at the moment, so we're having to just do it. It's going to be a dry race, but yeah, conditions out there look lovely for racing. What tyre would you think you would want to be on at this point, Handy Pine? We'll just go back to...
Well, I don't know what the lobby settings are for the tyre wear, but yeah, I don't know. Without doing any testing, I wouldn't know how much the softs wear compared to the mediums. But yeah.
I think ultimately, if you want to keep with the guys at the front, it's got to be the softs. You know they're going to push for the first stint, don't you? They just want to break away.
That's it.
So you've got to be on the same tyres. But you know, I think for me, it would be a medium. It would be a longer stint. Just find your rhythm, crank out the laps, you know, and then make of what you've got at the pit lane. You know, when you exit, and just see what you're left with. But I've always been that way, you know, and like I say, unless you want to keep with these guys, like we're on board with Danny now, he's now 6.3 behind, so I think there's a definite tyre difference there. I know my man's not that slow at all, so but yeah, AMS Enzo and really running away with this one. Yeah, it's going to be the battle for third place, with TJ just behind. He's on he's 1.3 behind Danny now, so he's definitely closing up.
And it's going to be interesting when you see these first pit stops coming in, what tyres people are on.
Yeah, for sure. There is light damage on these cars as well. So if they do have an altercation, a crash, or a brush with the wall, they could very well pick up some damage that will affect the performance of the car for a little while.
So we have DTR M3 guy has now moved up to 7th, past Drew. And we have first pit stop by Hippie Heath, who was on medium tyres. So he's come in obviously feeling he's not on the pace. So yeah, these top guys could potentially be on the softs here.
I should imagine so. I mean, but he's pitted on mediums this early. That's a bit of a tell. Yeah, he must have changed his strategy on the fly. But his teammate at the moment, running in P8, Drew, doing a good job, using a bit too much track there, getting on the grass. That's not going to help him.
So he's out on the softs.
So Hippie gone back out there after a short pit stop. That was very short indeed.
Oh, as Drew's off the track into the wall.
Oof. Big puff of smoke there. He's just launched himself into that Tech Pro barrier. Let's have a little look and see if we can get...
Yeah, Shadow is really on the case of Tyler now. 2/10 behind him, he's right on him.
Oh yeah, Drew just got too greedy on exit there.
Yeah, Shadow's going to take advantage of this half a second penalty the Tyler's got.
What position is Shadow in right now? He's in P6.
He's in 6.
Let's have a little look. We've got the low fuel graphic up. I don't know if that's applicable for these guys or not. See, it's now showing me the...
No, it's not. don't want to stay with this at the minute because this seems to be the closest battle on track.
Sorry about that. I had a little glitch again where it showed everybody the tyre delta and everything else like that. So trying to keep that off here for now. So we're on board with Shadow now. He's got Tyler up ahead. Tyler's had a really good race at the moment. His race pace certainly better than what he was displaying in qualifying, because he was down there towards the back. But he's now in P5, so the strategy that he's using is obviously working out well. Like you pointed out, he's got Shadow for company, really close company now.
It is looking like these top two are potentially on the soft tyres here. Look at the gap now, 8.5 seconds nearly from Danny in third. Jesus.
We just watched Shadow GT move past Tyler there as he serves his penalty. So now Shadow in the pound seats with this particular battle.
So big gap to close though, 16.5 seconds from TJC. It's a big ask.
Yeah, he's done a very, very good job, TJ. And then he put himself under a lot of pressure on the streaming side of it and on the driving side of it. But he was struggling a few days ago with the pace, after he'd seen the pace of these guys, and he had some doubts, but he put the work in, man. And he's like he said, 8+ hours. So he's really been working hard, and so it's good to see him in P4 at the moment. He's really seriously still behind Danny C, isn't he? He's not really going anywhere. He's within slipstream range.
And we are going to be looking at very shortly our first lap driver here as Jay Dillon is coming very, very close to Lost Dev at the back of the field.
Okay.
He's got the blue flags up, so he's aware of it.
Okay,
Look
so
at
this
that, it really shows the pace, doesn't it? It's only 8 laps in, and
that's it, isn't it? Well, this is it. I mean, this is a long race.
And here he comes now.
Here we go. This is the fictitious BMW M Motorsport team that we're just about to see be lapped here by the leader as we turn into turn 1. Is he going to give him the room? He does. He comes over. So MS Enzo is through. Here we go. Bit of lapped traffic. We are. We're giving him a bit of screen time here. It's a nice looking car. It's not an official livery. It would have been good to see, I think, a Robert Kubica era BMW car. That would be.
It is a nice
cool.
livery. I do like that
nice
livery.
looking livery. Yeah. Yeah, like a 2008 Kubica. That would have been proper. But so there we go. He has got a penalty though. MS Enzo. He's picked one up from somewhere, but he doesn't necessarily have to worry about it.
I don't think he needs to worry about it. 5 seconds up the road.
Yeah. Yep, they're in P2, doing a cracking job there for Team Williams.
It's always had a real shake there.
Wow. It's hard to tell whether that's like what he's feeling or whether that's just the game doing its thing. But
where's He's coming up to the last step now.
Yep, he's coming up to the lap. BMW. Oh, there's nearly contact there as they go through turn 10, but luckily there wasn't. At the end of the day,
TJC is really starting to put the pressure on to Danny a little bit now, less than a second now.
Yep, he's brought the gap down. That was 9/10 we were looking at. It's just going up now, so I think TJ might have just outbraked himself in this tough little complex. Sorry. He's now back down 1.5, so he's definitely lost some pace there. So TJ had a bit of a problem navigating Le Kaiser, and he's moved. He's fallen right down now. He was well within slipstream range, but Danny doing a good job of fending him off. Very good indeed. He'll be loving life right there in P3. That is all he can do. But I think, knowing Danny, I'm pretty sure he's going to be on the mediums. I bet you he's on the mediums.
Oh, has he had a big scare there,
really
Danny?
Big moment.
Jesus.
Wow.
How did he hang on to that?
I don't know. He has certainly hung on to it. He's lost a bit of time there, a bit of pace to TJ.
It kind of really shows the... Oh, he was borderline touching the grass there, Danny, there.
Yep, TJ's keeping it good and clean here at the moment, so he's clawing some of this time back to Danny. He's coming back to him a little bit now, but we know this man in P3. We know how tough he's going to make it. So he's
no, he's not going to make it easy, but he's flipping dicing with death every corner.
He really is, isn't he? He's having to really give it all he's got just to keep him behind. He'll be keeping an eye on the gap and just praying for that blue.
Shadow has knocked the time down a little bit from 16 seconds now to 15, so it will be interesting to see if Shadow can close that 15-second gap.
Yeah,
TJ.
well, he's on his own now. He's in the consistent. He's doing consistent 121s. Big slide there in consistent 21s now, so Shadow really needs to make best use of this circuit here. He's got no pressure from behind whatsoever, but that is a big chunk of time, isn't it? Big race as well, though, to be fair, long race. So if it's doable, you're going to want one of these sort of drivers in the seat to do it for you.
It's still very, very early doors. We're only on lap 12, so
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
A little bit further down, we've got the battle between Tyler Man there in the Mercedes
and
the
next closest battle on track. Yeah.
Oh, Quick Nick here. I believe he's in the VR as well, so the only driver out there, I think, in VR. Here we go.
He's in the DRS zone. Oh,
great driving from both of them. Very, very aware. Heading through turn 3, side by side. Nick's still holding the position. As Tyler's moving around, trying to find somewhere to go. Nick closes the door. There's no way through here. Up to turn 5. There's still line astern. Great little battle heating up here between these two. Tyler Man, a quick driver in his own right there.
Oh, his TJ must have made a big mistake there. The gap has now gone to 4 seconds from Danny.
Wow.
So something must have happened. I don't know if that we do.
Let's see if we can see what happened here to TJ.
It may have been a bit of a
coming down into the Kaiser. There was a bit of a bump. There was a bit of a bump. Yeah, he's had a bit of a bump from, I believe that was the BMW team.
The lost dev.
Yeah. So not having the best run out there on that lap. We're into lap 13 here now.
He hasn't picked up any damage, so he seems to be okay.
Yeah, I've got it on my screen now. Well done. Honestly, this little glitch. There we go. Right, so TJ might be happy with that, but now, yeah, moving back down 3.7. That's got to hurt, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to hurt.
It's allowed that gap to Shadow just to close in that little bit more.
So that gap now between Tyler and Nick has just increased to a healthy 1.3. So Nick's defended the position well when he needed to, and Tyler's having to reconvene and regroup. I hope he can make another charge.
It does look like the field has really opened up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be, other than Tyler and M3 and Danny C and TJC, they're the 2 closest battles on the track. Everyone else is miles apart.
I just saw someone I thought maybe lose it at the exit of the last corner, but I missed that. But looks like AMS Enzo now coming around to lap another driver here. He's still got another penalty, so he's picking them penalties up. But he's also pulling out and stretching out his lead at the same time. Yep, also with another penalty as well. They're just rounding turn 3 on their 14th lap. So the race going by quite quick. Still got a long way to go. We're still going to watch to see what happens with these pit stops.
It's going to be interesting to see when these pit stops are going to start coming in.
Yeah, for sure. Danny's now safe there, as we were looking at earlier on. DJ getting a little bit of drama involved in his life on the last lap, but I'm sure he'll have the bit between his teeth now, and he'll be pushing like anything out there. There he is. There's the main man himself, P4. At the end of the day, if he finished in P4, I just think he'd be happy with that. But I think, judging by how close he was there, he's really now going to have his sights set on that P3. I think he thinks he can do it, and that'll be a hell of a feat. Shadow there down in P5 with a bit of a penalty as well. So a few of these drivers picking these up around here today.
It seems to be a common occurrence, these penalties. There must be one particular corner that...
This isn't Red Bull, is it? We're not at Red Bull, are we?
No.
That'd be penalty heaven. Hell, really. Man, this car, I tell you what, if the whole grid was in this livery, it would just be awesome. Absolutely love it. Nick there, P6. Having a good run out there. Tyler trying to close that gap again to put pressure on for the P6.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to close that gap of 9.5 seconds to Shadow, but we shall see.
Yeah, I mean, it really only takes one spin for these drivers, and that is a whole bunch of time. Dirty tyres, colder tyres, and whatnot. It's not a fun thing to endure. So all they've got to do, really, if they want to maintain, is just keep it pointed forwards. And if you let that car just rotate too much, that could be 2-3 positions easy. So you never know. Nothing is done here at all. Just try and keep an eye on it.
Like you said, we forgot to mention these guys have got the boost button to press, haven't they?
They do.
So yeah. It's going to be interesting to see I can see now, but they all seem to have. Some people have used more than others, and there's some people that haven't used any at all. So it is going to be interesting.
Sorry, mate, lost Dev there. He's getting lapped again in the BMW machine by I can't tell. That must have been the other Mercedes.
That looked like Tyler Man, yeah.
Tyler Man, yeah. So that BMW they're struggling at the moment. Beautiful livery though. He's struggling out there.
He needs to be mindful of these other cars coming by, because that's the last thing we want is someone off.
A crash initiated
damaged
by a back marker. But how many times have we seen that in real life, eh?
Well,
things happen, don't they, out there? It's a wild world. Motorsport is one hell of a thing. So we're looking at Yep at the moment. He's settling into this now. He's settled down. I'm not sure he'll be on the ultimate push. He should really, judging by his lap times, be on a strategy run here. Just flaring it out, moving the rear end out quite a lot. So he's not necessarily looking like he's worried about his tyres, but I'm sure that's not what he's feeling. So he's going well. Danny C as well. No real pressure from TJ anymore. He's bringing the gap. What was the gap between TJ and Danny again? Was it like 3.7?
Yeah, 3.6, 3.7. So that's down to 3.3 now. So he's closing it.
He's closing. It's moving. So Danny's last couple of laps in the 22s. You can look at he's in the 21s, but mid 22s for Danny C. TJ also in the 22s, but he's put 2 good laps together here. 3 good laps. Really?
Yeah, it's now down to 2.7. So
he's on the push. He really is. No, this isn't a done deal at all. So TJ's clawing it back. He's going to be on quali. He's going to try for quali laps. He needs it to be as clean, smooth as possible to catch Danny C.
And Tyler is really on the push as well for DTRM3. So he's not giving up easy.
No. They're under a second now, so Tyler going to have the slipstream. He's worked hard the last couple of laps to get back in contention after mounting a pretty decent assault on Nick a few laps ago. Now he's looking like he's back, getting back within range at least. Oh, he's found the gravel there though. He's found the gravel there. Those tyres, you can see the discoloration. The left rear tyre in particular there, completely filthy, so he's lost a whole bag of time to Nick. So Nick will be just laughing, thinking, right, try again, mate. But he's now, trying to do it all over again. It's not going to be easy at all. So blue flags for Hippie Heed in the Red Bull. So that's P8. So presumably we've got, is this the leader? Yes, it is, coming through to lap the Red Bull of Hippie Heed. They're on lap 18 we are now. So, blimey. It's a bit of a spread out race.
Waiting to see when these pit stops are going to come. Seem to be going lap after lap after lap after lap, and there's no sign of anyone. It could be around lap 20, something like that, judging by what testing's been like for these guys. But certainly for these two, something like that. But we'll see. We will see. At the moment, he's not far off his best time either. He's only Tyler must have had a moment there. It's gone back up to 2.1 seconds now.
It can't be easy out there, can it?
No, well, these things are twitchy as hell, and they are difficult to drive.
For 1.5 hours. Oh, getting the back out again. Look, it all seems to be, the drama seems to happen under power. I don't drive these things at all, really, but I can sense that they're quite nervous under power, so that's going to take a lot of skill, especially out there at the moment. Looking at Danny C in P3 here. So the CCR boys still P3, P5, teammates there.
Yeah, still going strong, these boys.
The Vodafone McLaren, looking good.
And looking at TJ's pace, he could very much be on Danny C's backsides very soon.
I think we're going to be heading into the pit window here. It could be, it could have come down to how they've managed their fuel and their tyres, but I think we're going to be approaching a pit window soon. So we'll see what these drivers go for. It could you could be looking at like a double medium stint for somebody, and somebody might switch to the softs. So we'll just see how it plays out. But they're going to be close at the pit stop, aren't they? 2.2 now between the two drivers here, Danny C and TJ. Over from TJC Gaming, who's hosting and racing in his point of view, boys and girls. So go and check him out. That's the main event. We're just a supplementary thing for this evening. He crosses the line there. We're at lap 19 already.
AMS Enzo is lapped, lost Dev once again now for the second time.
Wow. So not even 20 laps in. Got the BMW team there being lapped again. So
and Shadow comes into the pits on medium. So this
tyres.
is...
Yeah, he's got a good amount of fuel. So what's the play here? Head onto the softs. He's in the 22s, Pine.
Yes.
Are we going to see a soft tyre come out here?
Possibly. Well, I feel it could be. Looking at how long he's gone, he could potentially do another medium here. I'm not sure. We'll see now. Still having quite a bit of tyres left on them. He's back out on... No, he's on the soft.
He's gone for the soft tyres. Okay, so Shadow GT exits the pits. He's in P7. He's got Hippie Heed behind by a good margin. He's got Tyler in front by a good margin, so he can put these tyres to great use now. You know, he'll have to go some to catch Tyler at any time soon, so he can really nail these next few laps.
That's it.
He could put himself back in contention, because that's what you want. When you make a pit stop for a faster tyre, you want a clear track, and that's what Shadow's got. So now we're just going to wait and see, are any of these top guys going to start coming in? We're into lap 19 now. And like we say, Shadow's got to keep it clean. And he can just churn out these laps now, hopefully. AMS Enzo's still out there. He's been in the 20s for the last 5 laps. He just put or 4 laps, he's put a 21 dead on the board on the last lap here. So this guy is on absolute fire at the moment. He holds the fastest lap here, so 1:19.9.
Well, if you actually have a look in front, it is actually Shadow GT that AMS Enzo is coming up to now.
Wow, so that's P7. That is unbelievable. I mean, we know that Shadow's pitted, but still, this is incredible pace there. There he is. Look, he's right in front of him. So AMS Enzo on the ultimate push. But a 1:19 there from AMS Enzo, Jay Dillon there. Fastest lap in real life. In I think an out and out fastest lap here is a 1:16 in the real things, in the real Formula One. Whoa, was a big dramatic moment that couldn't really see.
That was Shadow GT, I believe.
Oh no. So we have to just see what happened there with Shadow, if we can see at all. He's heading down to the first corner here. Let's keep an eye. Turn 2. Oh, he's just... Wow. He completely lost it. And he's... Yeah, good luck there. Good job there was some ghosting, but he completely lost it there on the exit of turn 2 at Renault. And overdid it on the throttle, I think, and just lost the rear end, and around she went. That's a high-speed section as well. So Shadow GT not going to be loving that. Didn't need that at all on this new set of softs.
TJ is back on Danny C. It's within a second now.
He really is, isn't he? Look at this.
He's on the big push here.
This is it. He's got no comments in his chat going on. He's got no distractions. He's on the maximum push. He's put all this effort into it. It's going to be interesting
here, though. Who's going to go in first? Is it going to be Danny? Is it going to be TJ?
Well done, Ben. It's annoying. This glitch will get to me one day. Thank you, Beastman. Thank you so much, dude. Look at this. So even if they both pit now, yeah, this is going to be fantastic. He's right there with him. Danny's struggling. I actually think Danny will be coming in this lap. We're coming to the end of it now. Will we see Danny pit? He's lost so much time. Has he gone past it? We're coming up to it now. He has gone straight past.
Yeah.
So CJ, so they're going again for another run. These two really, really close. Beastman saying it seems to happen once you run a replay. Yeah, no, I was aware of it, Ben, mate, but I got to do them still. I've got to do the replays and things like that. But yeah, I'm aware of the replay glitch now. Thanks, dude. But I'm just going to full send it. It's too good. They're too good. But I hope they fix that soon. That'll be good. So the main fight looking like it's here at the moment. This is what you want to see, isn't it?
TJ and Danny, yes.
Oh, we're going on board. We can go on board in the race. Wicked. So on board now with TJC. Look at the gap there. There's nothing between them. He's now 3/10 behind. First gear through. No, we're not. We're at. Couldn't see there. Say it. Right. Okay. First part of the lap here to turn 7. Horrible corner. Hate this corner. TJ's done that really, really well.
Yeah, I feel Danny may have picked up a slight penalty there. He
went quite wide.
Really off. He has half a second.
Half a second for Danny. We can't see it on our screens, but we've got half a second penalty there for Danny C. So this is an impressive drive from TJC, the main guy here. I've got to say, So he's looking good here for the podium. I mean, Danny's got to serve the penalty, and they've both got to pit.
It's going to be interesting now who's going to come in. I'm going on board with Danny. Danny's going again. So's TJ.
They're both going again. Wow, you could almost see the graining on the tyres as they navigate the last corner there. Look, TJ's smoking a bit there for some reason. But it is Danny there with the 0.5 of a second penalty. They're going to come into the first corner here on lap 23. Danny rocking a white helmet there. I can't quite make out what he's got there for the helmet. Just looks quite sort of blank white helmet, at least for me. That must be referencing something, I don't know. But Danny putting in a good performance here. Shame he's got his penalty here, and he did drop so much time. TJ's worked back now for, I want to say 10-ish laps, I mean a long time, to bring that 3.7 gap down to just 0.7 here in the slipstream, but they're definitely in the pit window now, these two, so expect to see some movement. I kind of want to keep it on these two as well.
Yeah, Danny's about to serve his penalty, so this is going to be interesting now whether TJ sneaks past him here as Danny is not going to make it. Oh, it's TJ's shot right round the outside.
Yeah, he's got the job done there. As long as he makes this corner, which he does, he's done it. Right, so TJ moves into P3. Are we now going to see pit stops? We're definitely going to see them in the next couple of laps, but these guys certainly holding on very well. The top two haven't pitted at all yet.
No.
Let's just watch.
TJ goes round again.
They're both going. They're both going full send. So Danny not reacting to that, interestingly. So let's see, is Danny going to start losing heaps of time here? I know we're keeping it on
these top two must be on the medium tyre, because how are they lasting this long if they're on the soft?
I mean, if they're on the medium tyre, that is just electric pace. There was us assuming they must be. Look, we're into lap 24 now. If they were on the softs, they'd be really struggling.
They'd be in by now. If they're on the soft.
We've just cut to AMS Enzo. Now he's coming around the last part of the lap. Let's just see if they've had enough.
Shadow is really close the gap on Tyler now. It's now 5.5 seconds, so he is pushing hard.
So we're just passing the entry there. No, he's not. So the leader goes on to another lap, onto lap 24. So now with Shadow.
See what Yep's going to do. No, Yep's going again as well.
So top two carrying on. Definitely got the tyres and the fuel to go for at least another one. So Shadow 4.3 behind Tyler after that nightmare moment he had.
Yeah, he's on the push now.
He's got to be, really. He lost a lot of time there on a prime tyre, so Shadow's not had the best outing, so we're hoping for a good result for him for his sake.
Are we going to see a pit stop? No, they're still going, Danny and TJ. Jesus.
So round they go again. This looks like Tyler coming up to lap the BMW. So the BMW out there at the moment
really
being
struggling
lapped.
Out there.
Yeah. That's... I can't see. Never mind. There we go. Look, the two Mercedes line astern there. Tyler slowing right down for the blue flags.
To the AMS
fantastic. Great to see there. Now he's got that the McLaren right behind him. Shadow GT.
Right
There he is. A bit of glitching there. It's quite off-putting for these drivers, but they're going to send it anyway. There he goes. Shadow's made the move work. So Tyler moving down into P7 after letting the leader through. That puts Shadow into P6. So now he's going to pull the pin and try and get some of that precious aero.
Still going round. These guys. How are these guys still going round?
It's very impressive as well. Ayrton Senna, there he goes. Look, he can do wonderful things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, TJ's definitely got the pace over Danny here now. He's extended that gap now to 2 seconds from Danny.
Yeah, 1.5, 1.4 at the moment between these two. But yeah, you're right. I mean, to come back from that, he had
Are we going to see a pit stop? No, we're still going.
Yeah, Danny following as well. Danny trying to stay with him. I would have thought Danny would have tried a different strategy, but maybe the tyre story is very different to what I think it might be between these two. He wouldn't do it unless he was sure, Danny. You know, if there was a chance, I think he would have taken it.
Yeah, I kind of feel he's just going to try and stick with what TJ's doing. He'll come in when TJ does, I feel.
Yeah. Shadow eating into that gap. not too quick. Nick there quite rapidly. I think Nick had to navigate some traffic. He did.
Yeah. And we do have to remember that Shadow is on the softs now, so he is going to have a lot more pace.
Yep. Yep, he really is. Good spot. Go back on board with Shadow again.
Because he's actually catching AMS Enzo again to re-lap him.
So this is a lapped car now in front of Shadow here, looking like he's fighting. There's a lapped car unlapping himself.
It's not past Nick.
Yeah, so this is
going to
not
make things. This is not ideal.
not ideal for
AMS
both
Enzo
drivers.
on the really worn tyres. Shadow on the fresh rubber.
Yeah, that looked like is it Tyler Man, I believe, to be in the other Mercedes there, looking like he moved past Shadow, even though Shadow's on the lead lap there, and Nick as well, which it was a detriment more to Nick, which enabled Shadow to get through. So yeah, Tyler Man getting in the way a little bit there, I think, unlapping himself, getting it really in the mix, but Shadow now back in the race. But with
it's a big
Tyler
gap
in
though
front.
to Danny though, 36 seconds.
That's pretty much a pit stop. And you see there again, he's navigating traffic as well. He's got the Red Bull there. We can't quite see who that is, but Danny's got the job done.
As TJ 4.4 seconds, 4.5 seconds ahead of Danny now.
Yeah, I feel he may have just navigated that the traffic a bit better. I think Danny may have got held up a little bit there. It just depends. I suppose it depends where you catch him on the track, doesn't it? So if you catch him on a good bit, I think TJ was able to just sort of just fly by basically. Judging, he's nearly 5 seconds ahead now. But the top two, we're on lap 28 here, and these guys now starting to drop into the 22s, but Enzo's been keeping it clean.
This is going to be literally a one-stop here.
Well, mind-blowing
like I said,
stuff.
they have got to use the softs, but
Danny's in the pits. He was on the mediums,
so he was on the mediums.
Danny's in the pits here. So TJ 6.3 seconds away.
Oh, look at that! I can see Danny's tyres now. The front left tyre is completely red.
Shadow GT 34 seconds behind. He's made a pit stop. That was quite a while ago now. He's on the soft tyres, we believe.
Yeah, coming round the last corner now.
He's coming round the last corner now.
Danny's just changing tyres as we speak.
Getting the tyres on. He's dropped the car.
He is going to jump in.
Here he goes. Shadow GT. Where is Danny C? Danny's out of the pits now. He's down the road.
Just in front of him.
So there's your gap there. Shadow now coming out just behind traffic, I think.
That's the AMS Enzo still out there on those whatever tyres he's on.
So Danny C coming back out in P4 there. So that was a good judgment from Danny C. Only 1.7 between him and Shadow. He wouldn't have wanted to come out behind his teammate there. That would have been an awkward situation. So he's done well there to put it back into 4th place, get out the pits. I assume he's got the right fuel
It's going to be interesting to see now. Danny's on the softs. How long these are going to run.
He's got traffic at the moment. He's got the Ferrari Team AF Corsa, piloted by Iguana, just ahead. So let's just have a little look, see what Danny can see here.
Well, he's got a penalty to serve.
Got a penalty now. So are we going to see Shadow GT go past? We're heading into Le Kaiser now. He's not close enough. In fact, that's not even Shadow. Pardon me.
Enzo,
carried away.
Enzo, yeah.
So we're looking. Is this the leader? We're not looking at the leader here. That can't be the leader.
That's the leader in between Danny and Shadow.
Words. Well, we're looking back from Danny C here in P4, and we've got the leader coming up to lap. Wow, but no, he hasn't taken a pit stop yet, but still, that is incredible. It's almost a full lap advantage. Unreal. So here we go.
Shadow has made the move past him.
Shadow moves past on them soft tyres. That is the leader you're looking at. Shadow within his right to do it. It's quicker. Enzo must be struggling on these tyres. I mean, what is he on? He's in the 22s now. He's been in once or twice.
But
now
so
he's really
all the top three must be, because, like I said, if they're on the softs, they must be completely worn. Danny's were near enough all gone on medium, so yeah, unless they're running hard tyres, they've got to be on the mediums. They have to be, these top three, but they must be running them dry. There must be nothing left in them tyres.
Wow. So let's check back, shall we? Let's check back and see how the main man's doing there. P3, he's not pitted yet. We saw Danny pit for those fresh softs a lap ago, but TJ staying out there. He's off on another lap, into lap 30, so he's confident at the moment, but we should expect him to come in at some point soon, surely, along with the top two. But P3 at the moment, that's a really good position, but we've got to keep an eye on Danny here. Danny is now bringing the time down. He pitted a lap ago, so he's going to have really good tyres still, but I think Danny, 33 seconds, how long is this pit lane? How long is this pit stop? Will he jump
AMS
TJ?
Enzo, as Yep is in the pits.
Yep's in the
he
pits.
was on mediums as well.
Wow, pace-wise. At the beginning of the race there, they were electric, so that is a surprise. Well, no, not now we've gone past this point. We were in lap 30 for crying out loud, so that should have been apparent. But, yep, Tyler Manning as well. So, look, I think TJ's interesting.
I wouldn't have thought the gap, if TJ has to be on the mediums.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
He has to be. So
he's now losing time to Danny.
It just shows the pace of Yep against TJ. He's 35 seconds up the road.
He pits. TJ's pitting.
He's on soft.
So
right,
TJ's
TJ was on medium.
That's this is going to be interesting. Watch out for Danny C here. He's attacking Lekaiser now.
There's 29 seconds, so it's going to be.
He was closing up. He set his personal best lap on the last lap
was
too.
That there? Drew has came off the track. Yeah, he's back on.
Okay, so minus
so TJ, right, Danny comes around the last corner. I think Danny's going to get this.
Yeah, this is what I was saying, is it's got to be close. TJ, what's going on? He's still getting his tyres on. They just dropped the car, but Danny's now crossing the line.
Yeah,
he has done him. So Danny's done him here.
So TJ
with Shadow. TJ coming out just behind Shadow GT there. That was so close.
DTRM3 guy, he was also on the mediums as well. He's just come into the pits.
So these drivers pushing quite far through the race into lap 30 to change their tyres.
This is where everyone seems to be going out on the top, onto the softs now. These softs, I can't see these lasting to the end. They will not, they can't.
AMS Enzo at the moment, meanwhile,
he's still going round.
Still hasn't even thought about pitting. On lap 32, he's in the 1:22.3s, which is a good lap time in itself, and he's just still out there. Just banging them away, no problem. So he's got the fastest lap at the moment. He had the pole position, and now he's in the race lead by 40 seconds, but second place we know has already pitted, along with most of the field already, so really the last person to come into the pits is your leader. But I think that's a pretty healthy lead. I think he'll be happy with that. That should be in and out, no problem. Back out into the lead, so it just depends on how far he wants to push this strategy. Let's have a look. I really am expecting him to come in now.
He has to.
Let's see.
He's still
he's
not.
Gone out. Dude. This guy.
Unless this man is running hard tyres,
I don't think he can.
His mediums must be completely worn then.
I'm pretty sure it's
so
mediums.
unless he's thinking of running these to like lap 40 on red warns and then doing 20 laps on the softs or something.
Yeah.
Because my guess is that the rest of these guys that have come onto the softs now, like Danny, Shadow, TJ, these boys are all going to have to pit again.
Oh yeah, fully. I mean,
so unless AMS Enzo is thinking of just doing that, the one stop.
Well, he could technically do, but he's got to use both compounds. So
yeah, but he's
that's
on the.
He's
more than likely on the mediums already.
Oh, we're not even halfway through the race, man. I can't see it happening. I mean, I'd love to be proved wrong. It would be good entertainment, but that would be a hell of a thing to do.
There's the trouble with this game, though. You can do it.
Yeah.
You can run
you've got the
lap after lap. Yeah. You can keep going on these worn reds tyres.
I'm just keeping an eye on Yep here. He set the fastest lap, last lap round, 1:19.0 race lap time, fastest lap, and he's now on a faster lap as well. So he's pushing on. I mean, he's not really got much defensive stuff to do here at all. He can only be pushing for the lead for when this guy pits.
He's got big air between. He's got 30 plus seconds either way.
He has brought that down though. That was 40. So, and yeah, I tell you what. If Enzo keeps picking up these penalties, every time we cut to him, he seems to have a 5/10 of a second penalty from something. It's a long way to go. You know, Yep's a long way behind, but he has pitted, so you know, this isn't over. I don't think this isn't over. AMS Enzo's playing with
AMS Enzo needs to pit. He must pit.
He's got to.
As Lost
Surely.
Dev is off the track again. He's coming right out on AMS Enzo. There you go. He's just snuck
Managed
past.
to keep out of his way just about. As he's lapped yet again, but he's still out there. Fair play to the man. Enzo keeping it clean and smooth. It's not like you can really even see too much drama as well, like given the fact that he must be on completely bleeding tyres. It's just, it seems just stuck to the ground.
But these half-a-second penalties he keeps picking up are not going to help, like you said.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, moving into within 30 seconds now.
Oh, there must have had Shadow snuck past TJ into 4th place.
Right, so we've missed that. But you're right, there he is. Let's just watch this battle. Has TJ got anything in reserve to fight back here? Doesn't look like he's got anything at the end of the first into the first corner here.
And this is very surprising as well. Shadow must be really pushing because his softs, he pitted maybe 3 or 4 or 5 laps before TJ and Danny, or maybe more than that. So he's going to be on worn soft shadows and TJ's on fresh rubber. Yeah, he's clearly pushing hard, Shadow.
He is. Let's just see how that happened then. If it hasn't happened already, it has. Well, that was the furthest back I could go, so we just missed it there, which is unfortunate. Sorry about that, guys. We did try. As this all comes up again, we'll get rid of that.
And there must have been a bit of battle in between TJ and Shadow because Danny seems to have extended his gap to 5.7 seconds from Shadow, but he was only 2 point something from TJ when he came out the pits.
Shadow running really, really wide there out of camp, so I'm not sure about the track limits myself, but he doesn't seem to have picked up anything there, at least at the moment, so they can use quite a lot of that exit.
I've just nipped back to AMS Enzo and Yep. Yep is really closing that gap. It's down to 26 seconds now. It was about 30 a lap ago.
Well, this is it. He's going to pass him in the pits, surely. He's going to pass him in the pits. But then Yep's going to have to pit again, I think, at this rate, whereas Enzo is looking like he could be trying a one-stop here.
He is. He's going round again.
He's got to use them softs. No way, dude. What is this guy made of? I think he can probably drive it on just dead tyres.
Yep's just picked up half a second penalty.
Yeah, we saw that just
Danny is extending this gap further and further.
So Danny having a good run out here. He's in the 120s here for the last 5 laps. Solid 120s there, low 120s. So Danny on the ultimate push with his customised Vodafone McLaren livery there. He's got a bit of monster energy on there. I've spotted that, Danny. I did see it. So he's customised that for himself. Always runs a bit of monster logoing on his cars. But in P3 now, man, that's a really good effort. I think, man, if I was in this race, I'd be happy to be P10 for crying out loud. But Danny loves the fast stuff, the GR3s, GR2s, the SFs, anything he can get his hands on. So he's well at home here, fighting for the last place on the podium, looking really good. He's got his teammate Shadow GT, who's had a great drive back for some not ideal.
No, well, he dropped all the way back to 8th or 9th position to come back into 4th, fighting with these, the top 3.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's a good drive, really good recovery drive. I mean, we're still embroiled in a battle here with TJC, who's got a 5/10 of a second penalty, but still, he's still right there. That will release Shadow to a degree. So are we going to see TJ start to fall back? Now he's lost this. Now we lose the slipstream. How much pace he's really got, and you know, he was talking earlier on about the following in the dirty air, and sometimes it's better just to hold back and run your strategy. So are we going to see him do that? We'll see. But at some point he'll have to take this penalty. I can't get enough of that livery. Which is your favourite livery out there right now?
Personally, I would say Lost Devs. I know he's in last place, but I really do like that BMW livery.
The M Motorsport livery is really cool.
Yeah.
Just get down to it. Yeah, it's like I say, it's not a real livery, but it's a cool livery, isn't it?
It's a good looking livery.
It really is. Go back to this. I think this is the closest battle we've got at the moment. TJC got rid of the penalty now, and he's 1 second behind. He's chewing back into it straight away.
The pace on Danny on the softs is mental. He just seems to keep extending. Now, well, 8.5 seconds. As Shadow comes into the pits again.
Wow.
So these softs are really
yeah,
not
the softs
lasting
are wearing
long.
out. Yep. But he's got them out of the way now. He can go back onto the harder tyre and he can perhaps stay there for the rest of the race. So this could be the last pit stop for Shadow.
As AMS Enzo is still going round.
Oh my word. So the Canadian there doing some alien trickery. The Minister of Defence for Danny, says Shadow GT. You're driving brilliantly out there, Shadow, mate. Keep it up, man. We're just talking about you. You've had a great drive out there. I know it wasn't ideal, but keep your head down, keep your head down. Keep pushing. I think mine's got to be this one, this Kmart livery, this Nigel Mansell logo.
Oh, you like that one,
It's
yeah.
definitely my favourite one out there. Right, Enzo, when are you going to pit, mate? What is going on with Enzo? We're into lap 38 here with 50 minutes, nearly 51 minutes.
He's literally going to do a one-stop here on the soft, but we've seen that the softs only last probably 10, 12 laps. Looking at Shadow. So
can he make that work? I mean, if he can treat that tyre.
Like I said, he's
no
16
pressure.
seconds up from
He's
Yep.
right behind you. Yeah, you're right. He's really close.
And even Yep's pushing like hell here to catch him, and Yep's going to be wearing them softs out.
Well, if he
so
pits
Yep's
as well,
going to have to pit again. He will have to pit again. He's on the softs.
He will have to, but yeah, Enzo moving on to the seat. Could have pulled a blinder here, Enzo. This has been just... It's so impressive to see how long he's gone here. You know, he's not had a lot of pressure.
It is and it isn't. For me, I wish that there was something happened to the tyres when you ran them for this long, that they went flat or something happened to him, because it's not realistic. He's driving round on completely red, worn medium tyres.
So there's the difference. I can't see that. So yeah, like a delamination or something like that. You know, a failure, tyre failure.
Like I said, he must be on. His tyres must be completely dead.
There you go. So AMS Enzo out there doing AMS Enzo things and able to drive the car even though it's completely gripless. But meanwhile, look at the difference in times over the last 10 laps here or so from Yep. He's been in the 19s, then in the 18s, and he's dropped back down now, and then back into the 18s. He's really, really attacking this, really on the ultimate push. In P2, he's gained so much time from the driver ahead, but looks like he's going to have to switch to the mediums after this. I don't know, but man, I tell you what, AMS Enzo is really, really doing. I mean, I don't know if I could make it last 25 laps, let alone this much. 11
As
seconds.
He goes round again, AMS Enzo.
Yeah. Well, why break the habit of a lifetime?
That's it.
Will he even pit at all? Who knows? But
well, he has to. He has
of
to.
course he has to.
Yeah,
of course he has to. There we go. Another fastest lap from Yep, 118.4. Doesn't show us as fastest on the leaderboard to my right, but it is the fastest out there at the moment. So he's absolutely lit the touch paper. Danny, nothing really Danny can do other than just keep doing what he's doing. TJ now 10.6 behind. Who's also in his own little race. P4 looking good at the moment for the main man.
There was a bit of team strategy there, I think, when Shadow held TJ up enough to let Danny extend that lead to 11 seconds.
Yeah, that's probably very possible. You know, it's not like they're banned or anything. I mean, team orders. I mean,
TJ nearly had Danny nearly had a moment there. He's picked up half a second penalty.
I won't bother running the replay just in case. Gives away too much info. We'll save it for a big event, for a special occasion. So TJ rounding off lap 39 into lap 40 now. Only a handful of laps to go. We're in the last sort of third of the race here. It's impressive how quickly this has gone, really. He's finally done it.
He's
finally done it. Lap number 40. He's done 39 laps.
Yep takes the lead.
Yeah, that was going to happen. So now he was on the mediums, of course. Yep, he's going to have to pit again, we think.
He's going to have to. He's got to. He's on the softs.
Yeah, we'll see the sort of pace that he's got now. Because if he's back into the 18s, he's still got that grip. But yeah, I think
let's see
AMS
what
Enzo on the softs.
He's got to put the softs on now. He has to.
We're expecting to see that now. Oh, so a one-stop attempt here from AMS Enzo. Has he got this right though with the laps? That's the question.
Well, he's got to do 20 odd laps on these 30 seconds. He's still 57 seconds ahead of Danny C.
Yeah, a very impressive strategy. This pays off for him, but he's got to make these tyres now last the rest of the race. Which, with he's got a lot of fuel on, he's got enough fuel to finish the race at least on board, but it won't be a light amount. And he's got these fresh softs, but he does have clear track, so he can now caress these to the end, knowing that Yep's got to pit again. We'll keep an eye on Yep here, see what this lap time is that he's going to set now, see if he's still on the
TJ is closing the gap to Danny. It was 10 seconds, it's now 8.3, but Danny did have half a second penalty serve, so that's probably where that time has come from. But
okay, mate.
If TJ keeps it clean here and Danny picks up another couple of penalties... Oh, TJ really had a moment there. Yeah, he's really pushing 7.7 seconds.
Yeah, he's got that back marker. He just kissed tyres with the BMW. They're just narrowly missing out. Let's just see if we can catch that. We're going to go as far back as we can. So where are we? We're into the first T1, T2. Good evening, Paul. How you doing, my friend? We're just watching TJ have a little bit of a moment here. We think if we've caught this or not, we don't know. We've gone back quite far. Where is it going to happen, if at all? Did we catch this? Is he on the grass? No. It's clean through here. Could be it. No, I think we've missed that, but anyway, TJ's doing a fantastic job. Got the refueling glitch up again, I think. So disregard that. I don't think we need to know. We've got this back again. We don't want to know that. Here we go. So looking like a good fourth place here for TJ, but he's going to be working on that gap to Danny C. And I think, do you think these guys need to pit again, Pine, or are we seeing this?
Oh, they have to. Yeah. They have to. Looking at what the laps that Shadow got out of his softs, they must do.
So what's TJ's now?
Well, I can tell you now, so Danny pitted on lap 34, so we're now on 41, and I can have a quick look at Shadow. Oh, I can't see on Shadows when he pitted.
Yeah, Danny in the 21s now, still at 23, so that would have been his slowdown lap, his penalty lap. He's coming up to traffic as well. But
I'm going to say between 10 and 12 laps that is what you're going to get out of these softs.
Unless you're AMS Enzo and you'll get about 416.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, as Danny's been slowed down again by Tyler, man. He's not giving him the room that I expected Tyler to do there. On the blue flag, and he's not. Yeah, he wasn't letting him pass easy there.
So Danny's had a bit of trouble there.
TJ's now just closing that gap even more now.
Yep, that little bit of time lost there from Danny. All this is going to count, you see, as they lap
and he has
traffic.
Had a personal best lap there as well, TJ.
Lap 42, setting his personal fastest lap, 1:20.2. So he's sensed this now, hasn't he? He's sensed this is now or never. He's got to bring that gap down. I think when you're racing and you can physically see that gap coming down as well, it just spurs you on.
Just makes you push even more. And he's up again, TJ.
Yep. Now he'd be fully focused. Fully focused in on this now. I think from the early doors when he was battling up there with Danny, and then that sort of panned out the way it did. Danny was able to break free again. I think he held a bit of, do you know what I mean? I think he really
didn't he say on his stream didn't he say on his stream at the start that he'd done like 9 hours of practice?
Yeah, yeah.
That's mental about that.
He's been working. So I'm rooting for everybody out there, but obviously I've got to lean a little bit towards this guy. But yeah, Danny's got his work cut out for him. I think he's got him in his sights now. So it all depends. I think it'll come down to traffic here now. These guys will have their consistency.
Well, traffic, and so like you said, we don't know where Danny's at with tyre wear. We don't know where TJ's at with tyre wear. Danny may need to come in before. TJ could come in before. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we've got Yep still in the lead. There's now 27 seconds between him and AMS Enzo, who's out on these soft tyres. He's just trying to he's got nobody in front. He's got nothing to worry about as Enzo. Not at the moment anyway. He's got a bit of puff of the grass there. He's getting a bit adventurous, but all under control. He's just got to keep it smooth and silky, and he should find
as
the front again.
He's pushing now. Enzo, he's purple.
he's going quicker, isn't he? 118.5. He's set. That's only 1/10 behind the fastest lap that Yep could manage on the softs. He's still out there at the moment in the lead. That's a wonderful sight to see. That livery in particular with that combo of the helmet in P1 there.
Has just done a 117.9 for AMS Enzo, so he is on the push.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
still, that's over a second slower than what he was doing in quali. He's done a 116.7 quali lap.
He would have had a lot. He would have been running on low fuel. Knowing these guys, they would have got every little thing out of it. So he's on the push.
Again.
Yeah, he's still on the push. I think that's it. He's got to make this. As long as he can make these last to the end, then he should be all right. Because that's a pit window. It's doable. That time's doable. So I think he's got the measure of this one. It just comes down to how much. I was going to say.
I just want to say, flipping fair play to Lost Dev, who's still sticking in this.
Yeah.
He's 7 minutes behind the leader.
Yeah, that's good. It's good to see.
He's still sticking in this, so fair play to him.
Yeah, respect. Anyone that can do that, you know. It's not easy, is it? I've been in this situation, and I'll back out.
I would have left flipping half an hour ago.
Yeah, so respect to anyone like that. It shows good sportsmanship, you know. And he's just testing. He's just getting used to it. It's a long championship, so these guys are going to need to get used to this. You know, what can he do for the next round? Can he improve on the setup? All sorts. So don't count anybody out for the rest of this season. Just based on today, this will be a big learning curve for a lot of these drivers. But it's good to see, like you say, still sticking in there. Lost Dev, BMW team, respect out there to you, sir. So, yep, losing a bit of time here, about a second or so.
Danny C's coming up to Lost Dev now.
Just go on board.
Is he going to make this easy?
Over there. No, he's actually looking like he's defending the line, which is not what Danny wants. But he's passed now.
TJ is cutting. Oh, he's lost massive to time. They're nearly over a second in time now. As TJ's just closed the gap from 4.5 seconds to now 3.3. So it just showed how much time he lost there with Lost Dev there, Danny.
Yeah, Danny's not been very lucky with the traffic today even. Not been very lucky at all, whereas it looks like TJ's made mincemeat of it. He's just moving through Schumacher style. He's got no problem with it at all. He's still in the 120s, he's consistent. He's in P4, he's closing down on Danny C as well, but now he's on the back of Lost Dev as well. Here he goes. Okay, no dramas, looks like that's done. So yeah, obviously a bit of an obstacle with the lag as well. Not easy to manoeuvre when you're in that situation, but TJ getting lucky there. 3.3 still to Danny, so no harm, no foul. Let's look further behind. Shadow GT, a good chunk of time down on P4, having a good run there in P5, so that's a great result.
But you've got to remember that Shadow is pitted now again for the second time, so
he'll be good for the rest.
Well, hopefully.
He should be. If he's worked it out all right, we'll find out. Nick there in P6. We've got Tyler Mann in the other Mercedes there, P7. Hippie Heed getting a bit of screen time with these boys while things are a bit stagnant. P8 for the Red Bull team. And Lost Dev has just been involved there with some overtaking action with a few of the leaders, interestingly enough. But yep, now coming on to lap 48, he's got 23 seconds advantage, as we've got just under half an hour, I believe, something like that left on the clock. But we're at lap 48 of 66. It's going to be about these two, and how this guy in particular can manage his tyres. Can he go all the way to the end? We're expecting him to do that, but can he pull it off is the big question. And then Yep's got a pit. I mean, Yep's used both sets of tyres now. I'm pretty sure that's right. So he could then just bolt on another set of softs and just go full beans on this one.
It looks like all of the drivers out there have done their medium and soft swaps, so yeah, they're good.
Yeah, so
looks
I
like
think
all
that's
the
what we're
drivers out there now can just run the softs now.
Yeah, I mean, these two have been trading fastest laps all race, so they're equal pace, you know. But it's if Enzo eats too much of this rubber throughout this little stint here, this little period of time, he's going to be vulnerable to Yep, just depending on how much time he can get off of Yep in the pits there, but he's going to gain quite a lot here, I think. He's not going to be close. He's going to get the lead. It's not, yeah, it's not over yet. It won't be over until it's over. I think, I doubt we're going to see Danny getting 40 seconds off of second place there. I think those top two have got it done unless they make a big mistake. Those top two are going to finish one way or the other in 1 or 2, but
it's going to be interesting to see now. TJ's now under a second from Danny.
Yep.
Has Danny's tyres completely gone? Is he struggling out there? Because TJ seems to be closing the gap.
He really has. He's under a second now, so he'll be within slipstream for long enough straight. We'll just watch him.
This is going to be interesting now to see.
Yeah.
Because I feel that they've both got to do another stop, TJ and Danny.
So are they going to replicate each other? We know TJ went slightly longer on that first stint than Danny. Danny came in a bit earlier. And TJ went quite a bit longer actually than Danny in that case. So
yeah, he
better
went
tyres,
2 or 3 laps longer than what Danny did. Danny's obviously driving a bit more aggressive, wearing them tyres out.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see who goes in the pits first here. As Danny comes in.
Danny does, and TJ's gone straight through, so TJ going on to another lap.
Let's
Danny pits.
Wow, Danny's front left is completely gone as he enters the pits there.
So no tyres left whatsoever.
No tyres left on that front left.
For Danny C.
So, but I feel yeah, I feel that he's going to be doing one more stop here on the softs, and that'll run Danny to the end.
Yep. We're going to keep our eyes here on Shadow GT.
But judging by that, Shadow is going to have to pit again. He's got to.
He's just coming across the line now. He's done Danny for P5. He's into the 23s now, so I think he's either had a slowdown lap or he's had a bit of a moment. But he's otherwise been in the 19s, 20s for the last few laps.
Yeah, I kind of get the feeling that Shadow will pit once more, right, which will mean he's done another pit stop more. I may be wrong. We'll wait and see, but I feel he may do.
Well, hopefully for his sake he doesn't have to, but there's still quite a few laps to go left in this. So yeah, judging by when he pitted, it's touch and go, but we'll soon find out. It will all play out in front of our eyes, ladies and gentlemen. But is TJC going to counteract that?
Oh, as Danny went off the track. Danny's gone off the track. He's back on now. But
he's back on. Right, we'll keep an eye on that. We've got it marked. Is TJ heading in? No, he's not. He's going to go on another lap now. So he's confident in his strategy here. We'll try and see what happened to Danny C here really quickly. If we've managed to catch that. Coming through turn 3 here into Repsol. If we calls it this time. So hard.
Yep, has come into the pits. So this is what I mean. These shots are not lasting long enough. AMS Enzo now, he's going to run these to the death now. He's got 16 laps left to go.
Danny almost looked like he moved over there. Strange, he must have just lost the car and yeah, just brought it to the side of the track. Very strange little incident there. But as you say, AMS Enzo moving up now into P1. That's Yep in the pits on those softs. So he's presumably going to go back onto the softs and attack this driver here in particular. But judging by the pace of this guy, yeah, he's a knowledgeable driver. He's on a faster lap now. He knows what he's doing, doesn't he? You've got to push this lap. It's got to be a quick lap. But does Yep have enough laps? Yeah, is there enough laps for this to really start hindering AMS Enzo towards the end of the race to give Yep a chance? We don't know. He's got traffic at the moment, and Yep coming up against traffic. It's the BMW, but he's got through. TJC in the pits from P3. There's Shadow GT now. If he can make it to the end of the race, Shadow could be on for a bit of a result here, but we think maybe he does. There's Shadow coming into Europe Cup T30 turn 13.
Okay, so we're waiting for TJ now. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, he's still not in. That'll be Shadow up into P3. Danny 10 seconds down. TJ's just lifted the car, so they're just getting them on. Here comes Danny C out of the last corner. TJ's still in the pits getting some fuel in. Danny's going to go past, so that's Danny C up into P4, TJ into P5 onto the softs.
Yes, Danny's gained a big gap there, I feel. Yeah, 3.8. So all that hard work that TJ done.
He's got to do it all again.
Yeah, he obviously just used a little bit more fuel than what Danny did in that last stint.
Shadow GT. We can't help but think he might have to pit again, so he could be out of position here. We don't know, but if he can make it to the end, this would be one hell of a story for Shadow. But at the moment,
Well,
in
that's
P3,
it. He's gone a long while on these soft tyres now, so I feel he's got to again at some point.
yeah. Beastman came in here earlier on saying TJ's running a very consistent race here. Solid 22s on the mediums and now 20s on the softs. Impressive drive. Couldn't agree more. It's yeah, it's not easy out there, is it, to do this length of a race in these cars against these drivers and to keep consistent like that. Look at him trying to switch those tyres on as we're talking about him there. Weaving down into Le Kaiser for the 51st time. TJC attacking Danny C. 5.9. We'll say 6 seconds, and we'll keep an eye on that gap there. CCR Danny
another
C.
back marker though coming up on Danny C, so
Yep.
this could slow Danny down again, but he has just done a personal best there. 9/10 fast.
Pulls over, so fair play to the Red Bull driver. That could be Hippie Heed or Drew, we're not sure, one of the two. But he pulls over nicely and lets Danny C through. About time he had some good fortune with traffic. He's not had the best time with it. It's poor old Danny C.
Yeah, Danny's eating into Shadow now. It was 9 seconds.
Oh, Danny's going
just
quickest. Wow. Sorry, cutting in there.
I think he's using his boot. He's on the boost now.
He's going to go for that
He
P3.
wants, yeah, he's using that boost.
He's going to go for that P3.
He wants that P3 and he wants fastest lap.
So he's got Shadow up ahead. There is more traffic by the looks of things in front of Danny, in between him and Shadow. I think we've just seen. So he's going to... I can't quite see it yet, but I do believe there's another driver.
He's not pepping anymore. He's 2/10 up though.
Yeah, there's another car ahead here, so he's going to have to navigate a little bit more. So that gap, yeah, TJ now falling back slightly. We're looking at 7.2 seconds here now to Danny C. So just weaving earlier in the lap, suggesting that he's gone off as well onto the gravel. The left-hand side, whole left-hand side of that Williams went onto the gravel there, so he's lost some tyre temp. But he looked like he was struggling to keep the heat in them as he was weaving a little bit heading into Le Kaiser. So TJ struggling a bit as it moves to 7.5, but still an incredible drive so far from the main man over at TJC Gaming. Hope you've all been watching his stream live as it happens. Let's see the gap now between the top two. 17.2 seconds between AMS Enzo, who's got a little bit of traffic here, which is Shadow GT. So this is the leader coming through to lap P3. If you can wrap your head around that, it's a long race, but still, and I know this guy in P3, this is no mean feat. These guys are quick. So AMS Enzo putting the slap down at the moment, but it's got to be said, both him and Yep have been on a different planet tonight. They've been very, very impressive. I have no idea how they're doing it.
Well, it's just a margin that they have. It's, what is it, 1 minute 20 seconds ahead of Shadow. He's AMS Enzo is coming up. Shadow, I told you.
Shadow's pitted, so this is good news for Danny C. Couldn't quite hold it. That's Danny and TJ, so that's going to release both of them here. We're expecting at least definitely TJ's getting through here, so there's definitely a change here. Shadow will bolt on these soft tyres and just absolutely go for it, but he, oh dear me, they're still waiting for the cars.
But TJ and Danny are on fresh softs as well, so I can't see. Shadow ain't going to make the gap up. He isn't going to do it.
No.
He's only just coming into the pits now.
Yeah. Shadow saying he's not impressed with one of the back markers because it cost a bunch of seconds racing me when I was lapping them. Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of that with, I think, the BMW driver or something. So that could be what he's referring to, a bit of difficulty passing lapped traffic there. So a note as we go through the season. But yeah, TJC and Danny C moving up into P3 and P4 there. Shadow's re-emerged 18 seconds down and immediately with a 0.5 of a second penalty. So where he's picked that up, I don't know. Alpha B comes in here saying Viva Rothmans. He's obviously loving the livery there. And if he loves that one, you're going to love this one with the Senna helmet as well. How iconic is that? So that's P2 at the moment, chasing down the Canadian in P1. But whether there's enough laps on the board here, we know Yep's quick. Look at him, he's set the fastest lap of the race so far, 1:17.7, 2 laps ago. I'm going to see what he's going to be putting on the board now, but he's pushing back onto AMS Enzo, who pitted earlier on. Yeah, he's not gone quicker there. He's got a bit of a slower lap there on the board, but yeah, this is going to come right down to the wire. Hopefully it does anyway for us lot watching. Danny C's on a fastest lap here as well, Pint. So it's all happening towards the end there as he's picked the gravel up on exit of Repsol, turn 4, but he's gathered it up nicely. We could see a little race between a few drivers here, Pint, towards the end of the race.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, this will be just what the people want. I think a few people are going to be watching this after the event, so hopefully they've enjoyed watching TJ's stream, and we've done a good enough job on the old commentary here that we can sort of provide a bit of entertainment for everybody. But yeah, giving back big thanks to this guy. He's helped my channel quite a lot, and this is the least we could do, really. And it's looking like it's panned out really, really well for him, doing P4. Those two Rothmans, look at that line astern, look at that beautiful, gorgeous pictures there. I can't clip to the next driver because I'll lose it. I can't see what position he's in, but that's fantastic. It's actually Yep that's coming back to play. It's Yep. It's Yep that's coming up to lap his teammate. So this is beautiful. Let's get this on TV. Actually, it's got to be seen. You can see two Williams 94s going at it. Williams running 94, the FW16 there. Damon Hill runner-up in the 1994 championship there, ill-fated championship there that everybody remembers for the wrong reasons. But there we are, look, switching positions. The two Williams drivers, absolutely fantastic to see. TJ giving his teammate the room there, and they continue onwards. TJ didn't lose any time. He's 10 seconds behind Danny C, who's holding firm in P3. Shadow GT still trying to claw his way back.
Shadow is on a big push.
Yep.
He's on a big push, is Shadow.
Fastest lap for himself, last time out.
It's a second and a half fastest lap as well than what he's done previous.
He's got a lot of work to do. 10 laps to go, and he's got
15
TJC.
seconds. Yeah. 10 laps, I think it's a done deal now. I think unless there's a serious incident with Danny, Shadow or TJ, I kind of feel that the top 5 is pretty much going to stay as it is.
Yeah, trying to keep an eye on these gaps a little bit here as well. The gap to Danny not really moving at all. In P3, got to be said, Danny has put in a very good drive here. Really, really consistent drive. Did look like he was under pressure there quite a bit. Towards the middle of the first stint, we thought, well, is TJ really wanted this one in the first place, but he looked like he really had the pace too. But he defended his position really, really well. The strategies have worked out well, and he's found himself still in P3 with a good margin to TJ in P4. So he's going to be happy with this.
But Shadow is bringing this time down. It's now 14 seconds. Oh, we've got a bit of action in front there of TJ. I'm looking at.
Well, we're now looking at the Mercedes teammate holding up a little bit, holding up Yep there as he's tried to eat into the lead there, but he's now lost a second and a half to AMS Enzo as a result of that. So that could be some team orders or whatever else like that. But he's just been held up just a little bit, so that gap now increasing to nearly 15 seconds. So Yep going to be frustrated now. Time is now running out. Yeah, he's 2 seconds down on his best. So. He's using all the track there. He's really slapping the power down too. He's being really aggressive. He really, really needs this. He wants it, but that's a big ask.
Well, he knows he's on fresher. It's been a while since Enzo pitted now. He knows he's on the fresh rubber.
Yeah.
He knows he can push now to the end.
That's it.
And like you say, if Enzo is on the, if he does run that strategy like he did on the first stint with the completely worn reds, you've seen how much time Yep took out of him on that first stint towards the end.
He's not even losing that much time there. Look at his times. AMS Enzo in the 18 solid, apart from a couple of laps here. He's been on these soft tyres for quite some time now, so he's nurturing them, nursing, as we say that, nursing them to the end, but he's obviously on the ragged edge still. We know Enzo is one of the quickest drivers we race. We've had the pleasure of racing with at CCR over the years, but this is an incredible performance from him. It's got to be said from all drivers, to be fair, but these top 2 in particular have just been on another planet. Been superb. But now 12 seconds to Yep. So Yep going to be after. He's going to be hoping and praying for a mistake up top to come into contention here, and Danny likewise now 1 minute 25 1:24 off the leader. So we're going to see. Have we seen Danny been lapped yet?
Yeah.
Wow, unreal.
Yeah, Danny's 1:24 behind the leader, so
my maths
he's definitely been lapped.
TJC, yeah, so looks like maybe that's settled down now. We've got long left in this, but TJ now 11.5 behind Danny C, so no pressure from behind, nothing really going on. You just got to keep ticking these laps down.
He's just got to get it, just keep it consistent, try and avoid penalties. It's going to let Shadow sneak back up a little bit.
Yep.
You just need to keep consistent.
Superb looking cars out there tonight. Really, really lovely looking. Retro liveries, really nostalgic stuff. Shadow really pushing the levels of grip here. Impressive stuff from Shadow today coming through. Pushing
well, considering
back
he's done an extra pit stop than what everyone else has done.
Yes, well pointed out. Yeah, very, very much so. Even more impressive now.
And we know how much time you lose. It's 30-40 seconds in the pits, so to only be the best part of 20 seconds from Danny or 13 seconds from TJ.
Yeah.
He's doing well. He like I said, if he did the same strategy as TJ and Danny, he would quite easily have third place here by a considerable margin as well.
Yeah, excellent driver, excellent performance here. Should be happy with that, man. I know he'd want more, but it's a long championship. Okay, and this has been a long race, so yeah, this has been great to watch. Great to see drivers like Shadow there pushing back and getting something good from a race that looked like it might not have gone his way at the start. Likewise with DTR M3 guy, I think he's the only guy out there in the VR2, so he's been enjoying life out there in the VR. Long old race for him. I just think he'd be ready to get that headset off.
I would have had motion sickness by now with the VR. Yeah,
tell me about it. Tell me about it, mate. Honestly, 5 minutes on a ferry and I'm over the edge. I can't deal with it. I don't think I could do this for very long.
I briefly had a go in it on GT Sport with the PS4 VR.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I used to get motion sickness and it used to make me feel sick. So yeah, not for me, that VR.
I'm imagining that's what it would sort of be for me. If I ever did try it one of these days, we'll find out. Right, gap's now coming down a little bit to first place. He's got a bit of traffic here, but 11.9 seconds. God, they go wide there. Look how wide that was. If that's not a penalty, maybe that's where he's getting them. But no, that was,
so this is going to be interesting because I'm guessing Enzo is running this to the end now, and he's either going to be on close to fully worn tyres or fully worn already. And he's been out on these softs now for a good while. I'm sure, didn't he pit on about lap 40
or something, wasn't it? Yeah.
So yeah, he's done the best part of 22 laps on these pair of softs.
Unbelievable. I mean, obviously you can see the graphic that we can't, but I mean, you know, he looks smooth out there. He looks under control as well. I mean, looking at his lap times too, he's not dipped under the 19s, over the 19s. In the last 10 laps, he's solid out there, you know. But that gap is coming down. 4 laps to go. I think it's safe to say he's got it, but he pushed it a bit there, didn't he?
No, he's going to be very close towards the end, I feel.
He's actually gaining quite a bit. Yep's.
Look at that. He's just took out a second of him. He must have had a bit of a moment there, AMS, and he nearly took a second off him there.
Yeah, well, Yep's consistently quicker, lap on lap, so he's just chipping away at this lead.
18s there, yeah.
Just chipping away at this lead, so yeah, this definitely isn't over at all. And I think by the time, if Yep actually catches him, you know, I don't think AMS Enzo is going to have anything to work with. But then saying that, even Yep's going to be struggling at that point, I think. But we'll find out.
That's AMS Enzo is writing messages in the chat. He's that far up the road.
He's not, is he really? Good lord. Well, he's got to start thinking about this, I think. He's got to start thinking about it. He's obviously calculated it, but he's got a bit of traffic now as well, something you can't really calculate. So
yeah, he's coming up to M3, guy.
This is old quick Nick in the Dirt Devil Red 5, Nigel Mansell 93 Lola. I should think he'll be aware of his presence. We'll find out. We're running in VR with Nick. Let's see how AMS Enzo manages to tackle this in particular. 21 on the board, last lap round, so that's slow by his standards. Losing time lap on lap to Yep, who's behind by 8.3 seconds. Still not getting past Nick now, but he's winding him up here. We're going for a pass on the main straight, I think. Let's go on board the gap. There we go, look.
Yeah, this is helping Yep. But you can see he's obviously struggling on these tyres because he's not really closing on Nick.
No, he's not, is it at all? In fact, Nick pulled out a little bit there.
1.9 seconds slower than previous.
Right, this is getting close now. We've already got 2 laps to go. It's still going to be a really big ask for Yep, but yeah, Yep is out there at the moment.
Yeah, he's asking him to move. Tyler Mann's just asked M3 guy to move. But he's not close enough. He doesn't need to move. He's well within his rights to stay where he is.
Yep.
He's not close enough yet for the pass.
No, he's pulling away actually. He's pulling away. He doesn't have to move. If he's quicker, he doesn't have to. But you know,
this is going to be close. It's 6 seconds now. The gap.
It's coming down, isn't it? So will this give us a
Danny C
grandstand?
must have had a moment because TJ is now 6 seconds from Annie.
So has he got enough time? If there's too much to watch here, we're going to be fighting over who to watch for the end.
Well, I've just had a switch back there. These seem to be the 2 closest, Danny and TJ, and Yep and AMS Enzo.
Right. This gap at the front really is coming down now. We're into 5 seconds, 5.8 seconds here now. So Yep's going to have the bit between his teeth.
So we've got 2 more laps after this one, haven't we?
Yep.
It's going to be interesting.
I seem to think Danny might have the measure of this one. For one reason or another. I mean, he's just pulled the gap a little bit more now, so Danny's back on the pace, whereas this one...
Danny's probably just heard me speak up there and thought, fuck, point spoken, I need to...
He's got to do his talking on the track.
But he's gone wide again there, Danny. I feel that's going to be that must be a penalty.
He's crossed the line, I don't think it is.
No, he wasn't.
No. Danny getting away with Blue Murder here at the moment. TJC on the pushback, but with the amount of laps left, we're not sure he's going to be able to do it as the sparks fly as he comes into Elf for the 64th time. Listen to the engine roaring. He's spotted that lovely.
As we're down to 4 seconds now to Yep. He's had a great drive, Yep.
Oh,
I'll give it to him.
Absolutely fantastic. He didn't let the pressure get to him. He's kept it completely and utterly consistent, done exactly what he needed to do. Enzo obviously on the more, adventurous, should we say, strategy, whereas Yep on the more conventional. But now he's on the fight back right at the last here. Can he claw back and then pass AMS Enzo on them more worn
well,
soft
he's
tyres?
literally done 25 laps on softs.
It's unbelievable. Tyler's in for another pit stop there right at the end. He won't want that, but he's obviously had nothing left.
I feel he may have this just. I can't see Yep closing 3.4 seconds on.
Yeah, we've got 1 lap to go. We're on the final lap now with AMS Enzo. We're going to see them both in shot. Yeah. There they are. They're both in the same shot here.
It doesn't look like Danny, TJ, and Shadow are going to, or anyone from Danny C down is not going to. They're going to be finishing on that 65.
Yeah, pretty much where we're going to finish here. The main thing is these 2 guys here. We're going to be in the same shot. We're still in the same shot here. So, Yep, getting right up the back now. He's going to be looking for something to happen, but there's still quite a lot of work to do. He's gone wide. 2.4 now it is.
Well, you can see him there, he is catching.
There he is, just up ahead. He can see the win right there. He knows he's on better tyres. He knows that Enzo's struggling. But I'll tell you what, if Enzo's pulled this off, he's a mathematician.
Yeah, I think, he's done well.
1.7, it's not over. There's a few corners to go.
And there's a back marker.
There's a back marker in the way.
Tyler,
it's the teammate. It's the teammate.
I don't like that. He waited there. That's not, no.
Has he waited there? Did it look like he's waited there on purpose?
Yeah, that looked like, I'm not happy with that.
Unfortunately,
yeah, I don't think TJ will like that either.
Okay.
That wasn't. Well, I said I know he wasn't close enough, but it's just the way he seemed to linger there on that corner.
I see. Well, either way, that is AMS Enzo with the lead. A bit of controversy at the end there as his teammate came into play. I don't know if he would have necessarily had the time either. It was a bit.
No,
a few corners, but that still isn't what you want to see. But there we go. We've got Danny C there in P3. We've got TJC coming across the line in P4 with an excellent result for him. good job, man. I can't believe this is over now. 1.5 hours. Wow. Shadow with a P5. Great drive from Shadow there against a bit of adversity at the beginning. My pick livery-wise for the day is M3 guy. There we are, Quick Nick out there in the Kmart Red 5. What was Tyler doing, says Yep. So here we go, the controversy starts. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, from our point, it seems to have looked like he was, well, he was being lapped, but he was either at the wrong moment completely, or he was slowing down. We don't know, but you were very quick at the end there. It looked like we might be in for a grandstand finish, but didn't play out that way on this occasion. But it'll be interesting to see what happens now with the
it'll be interesting to see what
inquiries
TJ
and
has
stuff
to
behind
say
the
about
scenes.
that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm assuming as M3 as Nick comes through there to claim P6, I'm assuming there's channels that Yep can go through to lodge a protest and stuff. That's out of my hands, but yeah, we saw that.
TJ's got to be happy with that 4th place, though.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I think he'd be sweating buckets now. We're going to go and have a little chat with him in a bit. But there is your results for today. Look at that, 1 hour 29 minutes. Sorry. We've got Jay Dillon in P1, that's MSN. So we've got Yep in P2. We've got CCR Danny C P3 with a great drive there. TJC, fantastic job, man. P4, Shadow GT P5. We've got Nick there in P6 with the Newman Haas machine. We've got Hippie Heed in P7, great result there. 2 laps down for him. We've got Tyler P8, 4 laps down. And then we have a bunch of DNFs. We've got Lost in P9. I finished ahead of Ewan and Drew apparently, but but I'll take that. There we go. I won't enter.
Yeah,
again
you had a great drive, mate.
Great, thank
drive.
you, man. GG's. Yeah, it's all good. Right, cool.
In a everyone else is in far superior cars, and you've done well.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it means a lot. Trained hard. All right, we'll get a couple of comments here because I'm going to go over to TJ's stream in a bit. But Shadow not sounding happy there. Enzo coming in saying everyone needs to talk to about blue flags. And the dirty air is way too bad to keep blocking.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. There was a lot of people holding their lines on blue flags, which, yeah, for me is a no-no.
Yeah. So Danny's Shadow saying what we thought there. He didn't enjoy his first stint. Completely agree with that. I can see what happened there. I was unfortunate, but you drove back through the field really, really well, dude. Dirty Air shocking once got the penalty at the start, fell behind everyone. It took me so long to overtake them because of the dirty air. Right, comms are open to TJC. We're going to end this stream here. Pint, thank you so much, dude. I will talk to you after this anyway, but thank you for your help and everything with this one. It's been awesome.
Not a problem, sir. I'm going to shoot off myself.
Fantastic, man. I'll talk to you in a bit, but thank you. I'm sure everyone enjoyed that one from Handy Pint there, and I hope you enjoyed the comms from me as well. But that is me. I'm going to sign off, and we're going to head over to TJC Gaming very, very shortly. So thank you everybody for watching. That has been race number 1 for the TJC Formula 1 World Championship. I'm not sure how many of these I'll be doing, but just wanted to do this one, sort of kick it all off for him, and give him a bit of a kick up the bum and a bit of a good luck stream for him to watch back. But anyway, thank you very much, everybody. We're going to end this one here, and I will catch you sometime soon. Peace be.
Catch you all later.
Big up.